welcome to the email fraud threats lesson. We'll be looking at the types of email fraud, methods used by the fraudsters to convince users to part their money or sensitive information. Overall aim of this lesson is to provide you with the information of what email fraud is and how it can be used to threaten your brand. At the end of it, you will be able to name the main types of email fraud, understand the strategies employed in email fraud, and understand how email fraud can impact your business and brand. So let's begin. First of all, it is identity deception, which is the basis of all email frauds. So email frauds it comes in different forms, but fundamentally all email frauds has one thing in common, which is identity deception. In other words, bad actors taking on the identity of a trusted entity. So now we will look at the actual methods bad actors employ to carry out the identity deception. So there are three key malicious tactics involved in email fraud, which are spam, phishing, and spoofing. So spam is basically it's an unsolicited email sent in bulk. Spam may contain attachments containing malware sites that download malicious softwares on users' computers. Having your brand used by a spam campaign can lead to your domain being blacklisted by the email servers and rejection of the legitimate emails. Next comes the phishing. So phishing links that trick users into giving up confidential information. So phishing is the type of spam that is intended to trick email recipients into giving up sensitive information or credentials for malicious reasons. A phishing email masquerades as a mail from a legitimate source, such as banks, a well-known brand, or even a person known to a recipient. So phishing generally try to get info such as bank details, account details, or other personal identification information. So the third and the last one is the spoofing. Spoofing is the forgery of the email so that the message appears to have come from someone or somewhere other than the actual source. Spoofing is the method that fraudsters use to convince mail recipients that the fraudulent email is trustworthy. So major spoofing methods include domain spoofing, which you guys have probably heard of, and which is the domain name spoofing basically. There's a similar names there fraudsters use to trick the users into getting into that website or domain and giving away the personal information or the sensitive information. The next one is the brand name spoofing, which is very common and is the basis of basically all the hacks going on to the organizations, and very big organizations I don't want to name. They are the victims of these sort of brand name spoofing. And brand name spoofing comes from cousin domains as well. And the next one is the display name spoofing. Yes, this cat is impersonated as the unicorn, which is actually a cat, right? So impersonating another entity, and that's how the display name spoofing works. And another common one is the subject line spoofing. So for example, the finance department of a company would be interested in the payments, invoices, and all that sort of things. So the subject, if the subject would include arranged payments, or it's coming from the CEO, that would definitely be something which the employee would get into it and try to probably click on different sort of links or give away the